Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of This Studio. My name is Adam, and it's time for yet another segment of Let's Watch. Thank you so much to my studio VIPs, Zero Gravity Percussion, Robert Utomo, Will Flinner, Mallet Lab, Bradley Crowley, Ryan Carlisle, Rudolph Kralik, Austin Bench, Greg Harris, Arthur Lipner, and Scott Rader. Thank you so much for your continued support. And today's featured studio artist is James Walker. Thank you so much for joining the studio artist team. And if you'd like to become a studio VIP or a studio artist, you can go to patreon.com/amtan. Or you can click over here. Welcome back to the show once again. I hope you've been well. And yes, it's time for yet another Let's Watch. So in the last episode of the studio, I introduced this brand new segment called Let's Watch. And basically it's a segment where we watch other people's videos of playing because I just really enjoy watching other people's performances. And since that video got uploaded, I've received a whole bunch of submissions for Let's Watch, which I'm really excited about. So if you ever want to submit anything to this segment, you can submit it at adamtanpercussion.com/submit. And yes, it doesn't have to be my pieces. It can be literally anything percussion related. Anything. Okay, so the first video is from Lennert van Lenen, and I think he's from Belgium. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lennert. But he's going to be playing a piece called April Sky by Chin Cheng Lin. Chin Cheng Lin is a really popular composer right now, and you might remember on this channel we have a video of Therese playing Kaleidoscope, which is a multi-movement work. There's also a 6 mallet part in it. That video is over here if you want to check it out. Also, Jim, which is his other name, has become a doctor officially. So he's actually now called Dr. Lin, and I really like this thesis cover because it looks like a Hadouken. But yes, congratulations Dr. Lin on your recent achievements. And now we're going to listen to his piece called April Sky. Okay, so looking at the video right now, okay, firstly, the angle is crazy. The whole room is like tilted like this. But at least we can see the whole instrument, and the instrument he's playing on is a Yamaha YM5100, which is actually the first 5-octave marimba I ever played on. It was the same one that I played on at university when I was at UWA. That was a long time ago. And the mallets that he's using, if I'm not mistaken, are Chin Cheng Lin's signature mallets from Resta J. In other words, the most S tier of S tier mallets. But yeah, enough talking about the gear. Let's watch Lennert play April Sky. Beautiful sound. Wow, look at these gestures. I love that he's isolating the top voice very well. You can hear it very clearly over the accompaniment. Nice, nice slow down. Oh, a little bit of a fix. Nice. Really good voicing. I like that he's taking his time as well. Ooh, that stance. Sounds like he's getting nothing wrong at the moment. It's really good. Oh, very slight slow down. What? The chord's coming through. Oh, nice. Oh, room shot. Okay, stop there for a second. That is actually really, really good playing, man. Well done. Like, yeah. Really beautiful sound so far. The melody is floating at the top a lot, and the tempo is remaining, for the most part, quite steady. I have to say that towards this part, it seems like the low notes are getting a little bit over enunciated. Maybe it's just the recording, but I have to say with his strokes, because they look like they're quite slow strokes, he's taking advantage of the natural resonance of the marimba. He's letting the notes breathe more, as opposed to hitting the notes more rigidly and sort of stopping down on the notes. So it's really good so far. I have no complaints. It seems like it's getting stronger. Ooh. Nice. Little roll. I really like that he's taking those little gaps before dropping the rest of the melody. It's really mature playing, like, nice. Okay. His right hand is not doing the same sort of lifty, light strokes that his left hand was doing earlier on. And this is not a big deal because it still sounds kind of the same, but when you watch it, it really looks like the sound is getting clamped down with those parallel sixes. I think it's important to note that when your right hand has harder mallets, as you would in a graduated set, you don't have to hit it as hard, and you don't really have to go as hard as when your left hand is trying to hit the bass notes with a softer mallet. Because when you hit with a softer mallet, of course you can go a lot harder and it's not going to sound overly harsh. You're not going to hear any core sound. But your right hand can't do the same thing, because then it starts to sound like bang, 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 bang. I still think Lennert's playing in this section is good and it's still really nice to listen to. But these small things can really make the difference and make the whole thing feel a lot lighter. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so in this line you can hear that his mallets are clicking together in the right hand. You can hear click, 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 click. And that's not that big of a deal if you're playing in a huge concert hall and you've got a full orchestra behind you and you're playing like a fortissimo passage. But in a soft, spacious piece like this, little clicks like that are really obvious. So the easiest way to stop this from happening is to literally just tape your mallets with tennis tape or mallet tape, as that will absorb the sound and mean that whenever your mallets make contact, there will be no audible sound coming from them. These bits are really beautiful. I can still hear the clicking, so tape. But this bit is very accurate. The sixes are very accurate. I really like it when he plays soft. It's so nice. And his left hand is very accurate. Yes, more of that soft sound. Yeah, nice. Oh, this bit sounds great. Well done, man. Honestly, very mature level of playing. What I would say is if you can stop the clicks from happening by either working on the grip or taping the mallets so they don't make as much noise with each other, that would be good. Really small things, but overall, man, really beautiful expression, really wonderful playing. And yeah, I really can't wait to see you play some more. So if you want to watch Lennert's video, it is going to be in the description down below. The next video we're going to be watching is an original composition called Voyage. It's a piece by Cade, and he obviously uploaded the video for this on YouTube. And his comment was, this was only done in one take, so some spots are pretty rough. I will probably re-record this in the future. Any feedback on my composition and my technique would be greatly appreciated. Well, Cade, thank you so much for your submission. So let's watch. I tricked you, I wasn't going to play the theme again. Okay, so looking at the video before we started, I have no idea what this marimba is. It looks like a Paduk marimba, but I have no idea what the brand or model is. So if someone can tell me, that would be really cool. It looks like something that maybe Adams would make, maybe? I'm gonna take a guess and say his mallets are Van Sice, but I'm not sure. I'm not the mallet whisperer. But yeah, it looks like a pretty nice home setup. Let's get stuck into it. Starting off with some laterals. I like the colors and the scales he's using. Oh. Going to some articulate rolls. This is very Keiko Abe sort of rolls. Yep, that's a Keiko Abe chord there. Nice. Ooh. Oof, okay. Alright, alright. These are really great ideas. Okay, we're getting into the main pattern, I'm guessing. This sounds very different compared to the beginning. It sounds very contrasting. Okay. So far it sounds really good. The beginning sounded really like 1960s Japanese solo, and then after that it suddenly became very video gamey. So a lot of different influences there. I really like it. I really like those broken rolls where he's playing one note and then digga 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 and another note and then digga 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 digga. That's really clever. So let's see if it continues going that way. Yeah, I like these like individual notes sticking out of the rolls. Okay. Pause. What is that? 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. This part definitely sounds like a voyage, you know, like an adventure. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. This guy likes to pull runs out of everywhere. Wait, hold on. Go back, go back, go back. I want to see that run again. That was cool. Whoa! Okay, yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I know it's a Paducah instrument, but man, careful with that low end. Okay, this sounds more like the Japanese stuff again. Woo! Nice chromatics, bro. That's awesome. Oh, double vertical chromatics. Whoa! Oh, there's double vertical. Okay, go back, go back, go back. You have really good chromatics, man. That's awesome. And then this bit is really cool. Okay, back to the laterals. So I'm guessing his form is like A, B, C, B, A. Like it goes back to the start in reverse. Okay, now we've entered Coldplay. Okay, some nice. Yeah, okay, it's the individual notes sticking out of the rolls again. I really think this sounds very like Balinese almost. Oh, octaves, octaves! Is that the end? E flat. Oh, that's the end, that's the end, okay. Man, awesome. Like, it's a really cool piece. It's got a lot of really cool ideas that I would have never thought of. I would say the themes can be a lot longer because they don't seem to last for very long. There's some really nice themes going on there and they just sort of like disappear after a short time. I'll give you an example. And I felt like you could have gone a little further with that theme and it would have been so cool, but it slows down and changes to something else completely, which is fine. But you see, now we're back to rolls again, right? And we kind of had this roll thing before, and yeah, so we're back to the rolls that we had before, and it kind of goes only for a short while. And it gets really loud and you think that something is going to happen. It feels like it's building up to something, but no, it just fades away again. It seems like although there are climaxes and there are dips, they all seem to be contained in like the space of maybe 20 bars or so. And then we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again, which if that's what you're going for is great. I personally would like if there was like a direction, like maybe the climaxes, they keep happening, but they get bigger and bigger until like the ones in the middle are like, and then you get to something like, with the chromatic run, and then this is like the bumblebee thing with the double verticals. This could be like the really big climax, right? Because you call the piece Voyage, I'm assuming that this is like someone on an adventure, and you know, this is the bit where like the bees attack you or something. It could be really big, but you see, it dies really fast. It dies in like 10 seconds. So yes, I think the ideas are really nice. If you can just make the phrases a bit longer and sort of link them to each other so that they're not just kind of like standalone chunks, that would be really cool. And you did also ask me to talk about your technique a little bit. Now, I don't really see anything wrong with your grip or your mallets. They seem really, really in control. But when you are playing towards the bottom of the instrument, and when you hit that bottom A, it did sound like a little bit too harsh. You could hear the sort of edginess of the wood, which means the wood is going beyond its means. So it looks like this is your personal instrument, and you obviously take really good care of it because it looks quite clean and it looks really good. And I would hate for the bottom bar to be cracked. So just go easy on those bottom bars or use softer mallets so you don't get any sort of premature cracking. But yes, other than that, it's a really nice piece. I really like the melodic ideas. I really like the structure. I love your playing. It's very, very athletic, very dynamic. So awesome job, man. Really good. So yes, that's the end of this week's episode. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's Let's Watch, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Once again, if you'd like to submit anything to Let's Watch, you can just go to azertimepercussion.com/submit and paste a link to a Google Drive or a Dropbox or a YouTube unlisted video or a YouTube public video if you have one, of whatever performance you want. It doesn't even have to be marimba, although I wouldn't be able to say much about it. But I really enjoy watching other people perform, so if you have anything to submit, the link is over there. And as always, if you haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button below to keep up with my uploads. Thank you so much for 14,000 subscribers. We are really just growing together as the studio family. I really appreciate it. You guys remember 2 years ago when this show was just me sitting in front of these foam walls talking about my stick bag? And for the first time ever, in just 2 months, we will have Marimba Fest 2019, the first time I've ever organized a marimba festival. So thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode of The Studio. Good night.